Making a decision between two options is pretty simple, right? You just flip a coin. But what happens when a third option gets thrown into the mix? All of a sudden, making a fair choice gets a lot more complicated. Well, today, we're going to break down a simple digital tool that solves that exact three-way problem instantly.
So let's set the scene. It's Friday night, you're with a couple of friends, one person wants pizza, another is dead set on tacos, and you're really feeling burgers. So what do? How do you make a fair call? This classic everyday stalemate is exactly what we're tackling today.
This is what you'd call the three-way dilemma, and it pops up absolutely everywhere, from deciding on dinner to making much more important group decisions. The core challenge is always finding a method that feels truly fair to everyone involved, without it turning into a huge, lengthy debate. What you really need in that situation is like a referee, a completely impartial judge that just makes the call with zero bias. Because the goal isn't just to pick one, it's to do it in a way where everyone agrees from the start. Okay, the method was fair. Every single option had an equal shot.
And that, right there, brings us to the solution. So let's check out how a simple tool called the three-sided coin flip tackles this problem head-on.
So, what is this thing? The three-sided coin flip is a digital tool that simulates a three-sided coin. It's designed specifically for these three-way deadlocks, and it guarantees a perfectly fair and random result every single time you click.
Okay, cool. So how does it actually work? Let's walk through a quick guide on using this tool to make your decisions way simpler.
Using the tool is really just a simple three-step process. First, you can customize your options. Second, you make the flip. And third, you can even track the results. But let's be honest, the most important part is the flip itself.
And the core of the tool is just pure simplicity. All you have to do is hit that big flip coin button, or you can even just tap your spacebar. The coin spins, and in a second, it lands on a result. Boom, decision made. It's literally that easy.
But here's a really neat feature, the data. The tool tracks your personal results in your current session, but it also shows all-time global flips, and that's the data from every single flip ever made on the tool. This is where you can actually see the law of large numbers in action, as the results from thousands of flips get closer and closer to that perfect one-third split. It's kind of cool to watch.
But listen, you're not stuck with generic labels like side 1, 2, and 3. No way. The real power of this tool comes from making it your own for any specific decision. Let's see how that works. Okay, this is where it gets really fun. Customization makes a huge difference. You can change the default names to anything you want. Sports teams, dinner options, movie titles, you name it. You can even add emojis or upload images for each choice, which makes the result instantly clear and, honestly, a lot more fun.
All right, so we know how it works, but where does it actually come in handy? The applications are surprisingly broad for both group and personal decisions.
This is perfect for any scenario with 3 people. Who goes first in a board game? Who gets the front seat on a road trip? Who has to do the dishes tonight? Instead of arguing, you just flip the custom coin. It's fast, fair, and it ends the debate immediately.
And it's not just for groups either. We all get stuck in that analysis paralysis, even when we're just choosing between good options. If you can't decide between 3 movies or 3 vacation spots, this is a perfect way to just break the deadlock and give yourself a little nudge in one direction.
Okay, so we've been talking a lot about fairness, but what actually makes this tool fair? Well, the answer lies in some simple and kind of beautiful mathematics.
And this right here, this is the secret to its fairness. Each of the 3 outcomes has an exactly equal probability of happening, 33.33%, or a perfect 1 in 3 chance. This isn't an approximation, it's a mathematical guarantee that's hard-coded right into the tool.
This chart visualizes that perfect balance. The probability pie is sliced into 3 perfectly equal pieces. No option has an advantage, which is the definition of a fair choice. Every single flip starts with a clean, totally unbiased slate.
Now, you might be thinking, can I just use a regular coin? And you can, but it's surprisingly clunky. The fair way involves assigning outcomes to pairs of flips, like heads-heads for option A, heads-tails for B, and tails-heads for C. But then, if you get tails-tails, you have to reflip. This tool gives you the exact same mathematical fairness, but it makes it instant and effortless.
I think this quote sums it up perfectly. It cuts right to the heart of what this tool does. It takes a common problem, 3 choices, and provides the ideal answer, one fair solution, delivered instantly.
So, the next time you find yourself stuck in a 3-way dilemma,
You know what to do. The power to make a fair, unbiased decision is right there at your fingertips. The only question left is, what will you decide first?